All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name's Nicole, and welcome back to our English class. Now, for today's session, we will be having, um, as the title says, we will be having a practice time. No, we will start with the practice time for connected speech. But before that, let me give you the summary, a short summary on the lesson that we had on the previous days about elision and assimilation. Okay? I will make sure to connect back to all the important points we have discussed in previous lessons while staying focused only on the information from our slides. All right. First, let's have this one. Okay? All right. Elision makes speech smoother by omitting sounds. Now, this means that a sound is simply left out or dropped when we speak English, especially at a normal or fast speed. Instead of making every single sound clearly and slowly, our mouths naturally connect sounds together. So, if a sound is difficult to say between two other sounds, it very often just disappears completely. We learned that elision helps happens to help us speak faster and to make entire sentences flow more easily. It also helps us save mouth movement and breath when we are talking because our mouth does not have to work as hard, right? Elision is also most common when many consonant sounds are in a row, when words are not stressed or are said quickly, or when we are speaking in a relaxed, everyday way. Most importantly, elision is not wrong. Again, elision is not wrong. It is a normal part of how spoken English sounds. It is how native English speakers naturally speak. Okay? Continuing, assimilation transforms sound to match nearby phonemes. Now, this means that one sound actually changes its form to become more like another sound that is very, very close to it, which we call here neighboring sound or nearby sound. So this change happens because our mouth is already getting ready to make the next sound, and this preparation changes the sound we are making now. Especially common for this sound change to happen right between words. Now, this process helps make speaking faster and easier overall. It also helps our speech flow naturally, like without any awkward stops or breaks. It works to reduce the effort our mouth needs when moving from one mouth to shape to another. So, just like elision, assimilation also helps English sound connected, and it is a completely natural change, not a mistake in any way. Okay? Then it tells us here that both elision and assimilation support fluency, support rhythm, and listener ease. This means that both of these natural sound changes work together to help you speak English smoothly and easily. So they contribute to the natural rhythm of spoken English, where some parts are stressed more and others less, which makes the language flow correctly. They are also crucial for the listener because native speakers use elision and assimilation constantly, and understanding these changes makes it much easier for you to understand what people are saying when they speak quickly and naturally. So, both processes help real world communication sound connected and truly fluent. So, they show us that speaking clearly by saying every sound perfectly, it is actually not the same as speaking naturally. Natural speech includes these sound changes. Okay? Finally, the summary slide gives us an important piece of advice. Listening plus speaking practice helps build pronunciation confidence. Again, listening plus speaking practice helps build pronunciation confidence. This means that to truly master these aspects of connected speech, you need to do two main things here. First, you should listen very carefully to how native speakers talk. Try to notice when sounds are dropped, that is on elision, or when they change, that is on assimilation. So the more you listen, the more familiar these changes will become to your ears. Second, of course, you should practice speaking these natural forms yourself. Try to use the elided and assimilated sounds in your own sentences. By doing both listening and speaking practice, you will become much more comfortable and confident with your English pronunciation, which makes your speech sound very natural and fluent. So these practices truly help you understand and produce English just like a native speaker. Okay? I guess that's the last part for a moment. Yeah, that's the last part on elision and assimilation. Now we will be having the practice time already. Let me just change my slide for a moment. Okay. Oh no, just for a moment. I can see that the slide is already reflected in the stream, but here in my end, it is, it is not working well. Like I only see white screen. So let us wait for a few minutes for it to be okay. So sorry for any delays. Okay, for a moment. All right. It's all good now here in my end. Let me just go back to the first slide. Oh no, what happened? Now it's black screen. Sorry for that. But I guess it's totally okay in the slide. Let me check. Mm. Oh no. Oh, okay. For a moment, let me just go back to the first slide on practice time. Let me check if it's already reflected in the screen. Okay, I think all good. Everything's good. Wait for a moment. I think the slide is. Let me just adjust the slide. Is it reflecting in your end? Because I'm checking also using my phone and it is still not reflected, so I cannot really continue. What I'm seeing here is the slide for summary, but I'm already presenting here in my end my my screen for practice. All right, for a moment, let me just okay. Still not showing, still not reflecting. Let me fix it for a moment. It is loading, but let me just, for a moment, let me just introduce what we are going to do for today, what we are going to continue for today. I think it's just, I don't know. I just see. Let me check again if it's, I am checking using my phone, no? For any delays, for any, ano, it's still not showing, but it's already showing in my end. Let me just add it. Right. Everything's good. I checked it. My screen is already reflecting in your end. So let's continue right away. I'm sorry for the pause. I'm sorry for the time wasted. So let's continue right away. Okay. Today again we are focusing on practice time for connected speech, where which we were discussing last on the previous day, last meetings. Okay. So this is again a vital part of speaking English naturally, which is connected speech. Now, throughout our discussions, we already learned so much about how sounds in English don't always stay separate. Instead, they change and link together, either by disappearing, which we call elision, or by transforming to be like their neighboring sounds, which we call assimilation. Now, it's truly time for us to move from just understanding these ideas to actively practicing them. So this particular drill called slow reading and repetition, it is a powerful tool designed to help you make your spoken English sound significantly more natural. Okay? So because here, this particular practice, it is a powerful tool designed to help you make your spoken English sound significantly more natural, incredibly smooth, and effortlessly fluent. Now, our goal here is not just to say words correctly, but to say them like a native speaker would, flowing seamlessly from one word to the next. Let's clearly outline how this essential practice will work. I will present a complete sentence for everyone. The sentence will be shown to you in its full original form. Your very important task will be to engage with the sentence in two distinct ways. First, you should carefully and deliberately say the entire sentence very slowly with clear pronunciation. Take your time with each word, making sure you hear every sound as it is typically written. The slow reading helps you establish the baseline. Second, after that slow and clear reading, I want you to actively try to say that same sentence in a more natural, faster, and connected way. Repeat it multiple times. As you repeat it, pay very close attention to how your mouth feels. Try to notice if any sounds are changing, are blending, or even completely disappearing. Okay? So just, feel how your tongue, how your lips and jaw move to connect those words more smoothly. You should give yourself a generous amount of time for this part of the practice. Take a few minutes to truly try this out, repeating the sentence as many times as you personally need to feel the natural flow. Really experiment with how the words link together. After everyone has had ample time for this deep personal practice, I will then step in. I will provide the most natural and common way to say the exact sentence in connected speech. But that is not all. Following that, I will give you, of course, I will explain why that particular answer is correct. So this explanation will break down exactly why the sounds change in the specific way. So with that, we will also discuss the underlying rules of elision or assimilation that are at play. linking back to how English speakers find ways to make speaking easier and more efficient. I will also provide even more sample sentences that demonstrate this exact same type of sound change, giving you even more opportunities to practice and to solidify your understanding. Okay, let's go immediately. I think everyone's ready. Is everyone ready? Are you ready? Because we will go and start right away. Let's have the first sentence here. The full sentence, we have I don't know what to do. Again, I don't know what to do now. Take a few minutes or a few seconds. Let's just have few seconds for yourselves. First, say this full sentence very slowly and clearly. Make sure you're pronouncing every single sound. Then try to say it naturally, repeating it a few times. As you repeat, really focus on how the words may connect and if any sounds naturally change or disappear. I'll give you 30 seconds. Your 30 seconds starts now. All right, time is up for your practice. Now, thank you for giving that a really good try. Now, the natural and very common way to say I don't know what to do in connected speech is often I don't know what. It could be I don't know what to do or I don't know. Let me type it in for you. I don't know what do. Oh, okay. Is it reflecting in your screen? Let me just check. It is either I don't know what to do or I don't know what to do. Okay? But usually it's the last one. So let us focus on that. Let's break down exactly why these changes happen. So we see two main parts where sounds are removed or changed here. Both excellent examples of elision. Okay? I don't know what to do. Now remember, elision makes speech smoother by simply omitting sounds, and it happens to help us speak faster, which makes sentences flow more easily. And of course, it saves mouth movement and breath when we are talking. So let's start with the no. Don't know becoming the no. Okay. Again, don't know becoming the know. Now the original phrase is I do not know. That's the the stretched out part. Actually, it's I don't know, but we could also I don't know. I do not know what to do. Now, the first big change happens in do not know, which transforms into do know. So in the know, the T sound from don't or do not, and the K sound from no, which is silent letter here, they are often completely left out or are made very, very soft. So this happens because don't know is a very common phrase that is often said quickly and in a relaxed, informal way. When there are many consonant sounds close together, like the N, the T, and the K sounds in don't know, our mouth naturally finds an easier way to move between them by dropping some sounds. So this makes a phrase much faster and, of course, smoother to say. Okay, let's practice this specific part. Say slowly, I don't know what to do. Again, I don't know what to do. Feel each sound. Now practice naturally. I don't know what to do. Let's focus on the no first. I don't know. That's the full that's the full phrase. Okay? You feel each sound in its natural form, we say I don't know. Again, I don't know. Repeat this several times. Feel how your tongue um avoids making the T the full T sound, which makes it effortless for us to say the phrase or the word. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Next is what to do becoming what to do. Okay, what to do. It sounds, it looks silly, but that's usually how it is pronounced if we say in a conversational setting. The second major change happens in what to do. So here, the T sound at the end of what, it often changes to a D sound or sometimes disappears completely, especially when it comes before the word to or before a vowel sound. The to word itself is often greatly reduced to just a quick da or a sound. Okay? This is another, how do you call that? This is another form of elision and reduction that allows for incredibly smooth and fast connections in spoken English. It saves your mouth from making a sharp T sound before transitioning to another quick sound. Let's practice this specific part. Say slowly what to do. Again, what to do. Make sure you say a clear T in what. What to do. Now practice naturally what to do. What to do. Repeat this many times. What to do. Feel how the T changes or blends into a D sound and how the word to becomes very soft or even removed. What to do. What to do. So when you put it all together, I don't know what to do naturally becomes I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This entire process makes the sentence flow much more easily, helps us speak faster, and of course, it saves our mouth movement. Let's try a few more example sentences to practice these types of elision. For the word don't know, let's focus on the word don't know. Okay? Sorry for that. Let's focus on the word don't know. Let's have this sentence. They don't know anything about it. Let's just go immediately to its elided form. Let's just put it the no. Okay? They don't know. Oh, sorry. All right. They don't the full sentence is they don't know anything about it. Its natural form would be they don't know anything about it. Now, practice by saying they don't know. Okay? They don't know slowly. Then try they don't know many times. Feel that smooth transition. Okay? Another sentence would be I don't know him well. Okay? What is its full sentence? Its full sentence is I don't know him well. I don't know him well. Its natural form is this one. I don't know him well. I don't know him well. Don't know. Okay? The full form is don't know. The natural form is the know. All right? Let's have the what I do. um let's have this sentence. What to say? What to say? Okay, that's a question. What to say? Now, its ano, its natural form would be what to say. What to say. It would be what to say. Okay, that one. Okay, this one. What to say. All right. So this will be its natural form. Again, the full clear sentence would be what to say. Its natural form would be what to say. What to say. Another sentence we have since it's the evening, I don't know if you have had your dinner. Let's just say what to get for dinner. What to get for dinner. How would you say this in its natural form? What do you think? That would be what to get. What I get for dinner. What I get for dinner. Okay? From what to get to what I get. All right? Okay. So this is our first sentence. Again, I don't know what to do. And its natural form is I don't know what to do. Okay? All right. Let's move on to the next sentence. Here is the full sentence. She took a photo with the camera. Again, she took a photo with the camera. Now, please take a few seconds for yourselves. First, say this full sentence very slowly and clearly. Make sure you pronounce every single sound distinctly. Then try to say it naturally, repeating it a few times. And as you repeat, really focus on how the words might connect and if any sounds naturally change or disappear, especially in the last words. So you have 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to do that. Time starts now. All right, time's up. Let's have this sentence. Let's break down um, exactly why we will be having this form. Again, the full form is she took a photo with the camera. She took a photo with the camera. In connected speech, this is often what? She took a photo with a camera. Again, camera. So the changed part of the sentence is only the word camera. Okay? Camera. All right. Let's break down exactly why this happens and why a camera becomes camera. So this is a clear example of elision steal. Remember, elision makes speech smoother by simply omitting sounds. Okay. In this case, a specific vowel sound known as the schwa sound, I've already mentioned it in our first few discussions on connected speech. Schwa sound is the one that looks like upside down E. It would look like this. It is inside is slanted brackets. This is how you I don't know if you can you cannot see it well. Let me just put it here inside this text box. This is the schwa sound, the symbol for schwa sound. Actually, this will be found. You can see it in the IPA transcription of camera. No, in the IPA transcription of camera. No, and camera. So this particular sound, it is dropped. It is removed. That's why instead of saying camera, we say camera. Okay. Now the schwa sound is this is just very short. It is unstressed. That is why we easily removed it from its full form from the word itself. Okay. Now let's understand why the specific sound disappears when we say camera naturally and quickly, especially in everyday conversation. The middle the middle sound, which is the schwa sound, it is usually pronounced as uh okay? It is usually pronounced as okay? Now, that particular schwa sound is often just left out. This happens primarily to make speaking faster and to help the word flow more easily. So by removing that unstressed middle sound, your mouth saves movement and breath, which of course make the word quicker and less effortful to pronounce. It is a very common type of elision, especially when words are unstressed or said quickly. The word moves from sounding like three clear syllables, camera, to just two, camera. More connected syllables are happening here. So instead of camera, as I've mentioned, there are three syllables in there. Camera. it becomes camera, which has two syllables. So this is a normal part of how spoken English sounds. Let's try a few more example words that show this exact same type of schwa elision. Not just on the word is also a schwa sound. Let's have chocolate. Okay, let me just okay. Chocolate. Chocolate. Now its full form would be chocolate. Again, chocolate. But if we try to remove the schwa sound is in the middle. So we remove that O, letter O, and it will be chocolate. Chocolate. So we say chocolate slowly, making three clear sounds. Then try chocolate many times, feeling how the middle O sound disappears. Okay? From chocolate to chocolate. Okay? Next, we have vegetable. Let's try this one. Vegetable. Now, its full form is vegetable. Okay, it's this. There's just very little difference if we try to elide it. If we try to remove the schwa sound, which is in the middle, vegetable. It is just a bit faster. Vegetable, vegetable. But in its full form, it's vegetable, vegetable. Okay. There are times that usually we just say it vegetable, right? So this is vegetable. Let's have the next one. Last one, I guess. Maybe this word family. Family. We say it as family. Okay? We try to remove the schwa sound, which is in the middle. Okay, the letter I. We say it as family. Family. Okay? From family to family. All right. So that this is the second sentence that we have here. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. This is the next. Okay, the full sentence we will practice now. Next time we'll be careful. Next time we'll be careful. No. Again, take a few minutes for yourself, not few minutes, but few seconds for yourselves and say the sentence, full sentence very slowly and clearly. Make sure you pronounce every single sound distinctly and try to say it naturally, repeating it a few times. You'll do that for 30 seconds. Your time starts now. All right, time's up. Time's up for your practice. Thank you for giving that a really good try. Now, the natural and very common way to say next time, well, be careful. In connected speech is often next time, well, be careful. Very, very minimal change that is happening here. Now, this will be again next time, well, be careful to next time, well, be careful. Basically, what is changed here is that we remove what? The letter T sound. And that would be like that. Okay? So that's just very minimal change. So let's break down why next time becomes next time. Okay? Still, this is a clear example of elision. Again, elision is omitting sound, removing sound from a word. Let's understand this particular sound disappears. So when you make the T sound, your tongue, it touches the roof of your mouth just behind your front teeth, right? Let's try to pronounce the T sound, the letter T. Next, next, letter T in next. You notice, right, that um Since letter T is the last part of the word next, your tongue it naturally just go touch the roof of your mouth, and then it is just behind your teeth. So let's try to say the pronounce the letter T sound. T, T. You can feel the roof of your mouth, right? You can feel it. T, T. It is right behind your upper teeth. So this um that's the letter T sound. Now there are also similar sounds made in the same place in your mouth. So your mouth finds it much easier and more efficient to avoid making two separate distinct T sounds. Instead, it just makes one or simply prepares for the second T sound without fully releasing the first one. So this helps to make speaking faster and allows the words to, of course, to flow more easily. Because here your mouth, it saves movement and breath by not having to fully articulate both T sounds separately. So this type of elision is very common when there are many consonant sounds in a row. So instead of making two sharp T sounds like next time, okay, it often blends into a single smooth transition like next time, next time. This is a normal and natural part of how spoken English sounds. Again, this is next time. Next time. The full clear sentence would be next time. Next time, we'll be careful. And its natural form would be next time, we'll be careful. Okay? Let's try another example, maybe, of the same rule applied to this, where um, we try to not focus on similar sounds that are like following each other. Here, we have the same rule that applies to next time. We have maybe the phrase last time. Again, last time. No, both the first word is ending with T, while the second word it starts with T also. So the full clear way of saying this is last time. Again, last time. But it's no, but it's how do you call this? Its natural form would be removing the T in last. And we'll just have last time. Let's just put in an apostrophe to, to signify that there's a letter in there. Just the same with next time. Let's put an apostrophe. So this is last time. Last time instead of last time. Another would be best part. Best part. Now here you notice that the last letter of the word, but it still applies the same rules as with next time and last time. So this will still be best instead of best part, we say it best part. So we often dropped the T sound in best. It is often dropped before the P in part. So best part instead of best part, we say it as best part. Lastly, we have soft drink. Oh no. Okay, soft drink. Still the same with best part. The last letter for the first word is not the same with the first letter or sound for the second word. So still the rules applies. It's totally okay. So this will be instead of soft drink, we say soft drink. Again, soft drink. All right. So that is for the first part of our practice time. Let's immediately move on to the second and last part of our